Hi, this is Jeff Simmons, Associate Superintendent of Operations for the Buckeye Union High School District. And today we wanted to share with you information about how property taxes are calculated. So the components that make up the property tax, there's three components. These first three make up one component of it. It's the maintenance and operations budget. This provides the funding for the day-to-day activities of the school district, like teacher and staff salaries, supplies, and utilities. Capital, which is called District Additional Assistance by the state. This is capital equipment for students and staff. And then adjacent ways, we're responsible just like any other developer. When we build a school, we're required to do the half streets around the school, bring utilities on the site, construct the sidewalks, the roads, street lights, traffic lights if necessary. All that is required to be paid for by the district, just like any other developer. And then the other two components are based on voter-approved initiatives. The M&O override was approved by the voters back in November of 2022, and it provides additional funds beyond what the state formula allows. And the community can vote to allow us to exceed that state formula by up to 10%. And the voters approved that in November of 2022. And then bonds have also been approved over the years, and we have to pay those debts back to the investors that buy our school bonds. And so those expenses are paid back over time for school additions, renovations, student technology, and transportation vehicles. So how this breaks down, so a community member was nice enough to give me their property tax statement. This is from Blue Horizon neighborhood and community. So you'll see their limited property value, which is what the taxes are based on. School taxes are. You'll see in 2024, the limited property was 204,945, and it went up in 2025 by 5%. To 215,192. So these property values, we do not have any control over that as a school district. Those are set by the county assessor's office, and those are passed on to us as far as what the assessed value is. But the taxes are calculated differently based on formulas and voter initiatives. So this second page kind of breaks it down a little bit better. So if you're in a district like ours, where you have elementary districts and union high school districts, you'll see two different taxing entities for the schools. In this case, it's Liberty and Buckeye Union. You'll see the first line, this Buckeye Union, the first one highlighted, that includes the M&O, the capital, and also the adjacent ways associated with our new construction. You'll see the bonds are separated and the overrides are separated in these amounts. So in 2024, based on the lower assessed value from the county, this person paid $607.89 to Buckeye Union High School District. And based on the 5% increase that came through, they're now paying $624.01, a difference of about $16 to the district. So how this works is the Zillow or the value that you could resell your house for is estimated for this property at $545,600 when I looked it up. The full cash value, which is also on the statement, is also set by the county assessor's office, is at $401,600 for this year. It actually went down about $50,000, but the limited property value went up the 5%, like I mentioned, from 205 to 215. And how the taxes work is 10% of your limited property value goes into the calculation. So that's 10% of this number is, in this case, 21,519. It's assessed per $100, the tax rate is. So you divide that number by 100, and that's 215.19. And then it's multiplied by the combined tax rates of the bond, the override, and the district M&O, adjacent ways, and capital. And so last year the tax rate was 297. It actually went down this year to 290, so it dropped 7 cents. But you'll see the tax amount still went up because the assessed value went up from the county assessor's office. So that went from 608 to 624, a difference of $16. And so the tax rate of the district went down. Had the limited property value stayed consistent here, they would have paid less tax to the district in 2025 versus the year before, because the tax rate went down. So another thing we just caution people on these, when they look at these percentages and things like that. They don't always tell the whole story. And so like in this case, this tax amount was zero last year, and this year it's $140 as part of their increase. You see 300 overall to 2073. So it went up with $225, but 140 of that is this tax here. But when you look at the percentage, the county doesn't calculate that for some reason, so that's at 0%. So you have to be careful looking at the percentages and look more at the values. But that's a basic rundown of how property taxes work. Thank you for watching.